Hi, everybody. This is Citrine, and this is going to be the monthly messages for the month of July. These are individual messages for each person who commented in the Tarot, Astrology, and Manifesting Facebook group. So I am going to be doing um, pulling cards for each person. The first person on the list is Bihar. Bihar wants to look at relationships. So let's take a look. This is for Bihar. So Bihar, this is saying that in your relationship, you guys are in need of additional rest. Okay. You guys might want to get away together and just go somewhere really relaxing. Look at this. So keep that in mind as you go through the month of July. You and your partner might start feeling like it's time to get away. Like you just need to get away, get your mind off of everything that's going on, and just maybe go away for a weekend, Or even if you can't like travel to get away, maybe just um, book a hotel room, and just go stay at a hotel for a few days, you know, to make it seem as though it's a vacation. So that was for Bahar. Next is Stephanie, and Stephanie wants to look at romance. So let's take a look. This is for Stephanie. All right, Stephanie, let's take a look. Stephanie and romance. So as far as romance is concerned, you have the wheel reversed. So there are some changes that need to take place in relation to romance in your life. Um, and right now, it's just like it could be a bit of a difficult time for you when the wheel is reversed. But this is a reminder for you that things will not always be the way they are now, and things will turn around for you. Remember, the wheel is always letting you know that things will turn around. So, related to romance, it doesn't look like you have romance in the cards for July. Well, actually, in order for romance to manifest in your life, there are some things that need to change. This is what Spirit is saying. There are some things that need to change so that you can see the romance that you would like to see in your life. That was for Stephanie. Let's move on to the next person. Okay. So, next on the list is Melinda, and Melinda wants to look at romance as well. So, let's take a look. These cards are trying to fall. Okay. Melinda. So, Melinda, related to romance, Spirit wants you to take your mind off of it and focus more on being confident, and the romance will come. This could also be letting you know that you might receive a surprise. If you are in a relationship, you could be receiving a surprise from your partner. Okay. If you are single, this is saying that you could meet someone unexpectedly. Okay. So that was for Melinda. Next is Linda. Linda wants to look at romance as well. This one wants to fall out. This is for Linda. And Linda, you have the Princess of Wands. So Spirit is asking you to be more enthusiastic about romance. Okay. Be more enthusiastic. Come up with different ways to have romance in your life. Okay. Experiment with some things with your partner. This is what Spirit is saying. Try something new, but also be enthusiastic. Show more enthusiasm about romance in your life. Okay, that was for Linda. Let's see who is next. Next on the list is Zoe, and Zoe wants to look at romance as well. Zoe. So Zoe, related to romance, this card does signal romance. So it looks like if you are in a position to have romantic encounters in July, it looks like you will definitely have romance in your life. Okay. Now, if you're single, it looks like you will be thinking about romance. You will be dreaming about romance. But if you are in a position, let's say you're in a relationship, or even if it is just you dating someone, romance looks great for you in July. Whether you're single or attached, it looks good for you. It's just about putting yourself out there. That was for Zoe. Next on the list is Rosalind, and Rosalind wants to look at finances. So let's take a look. Rosalind. That one fell out for Rosalind. Rosalind, in relation to your finances, it looks like you've had several options on the table, and it looks like you might be in a position to make a final decision about your finances in July. Okay. And this is saying that you will make the mature decision, you will make the right decision related to your finances. Okay. So your finances look good. It looks like whatever decision you make, you are going to feel good about it. Emotionally, you're going to feel good about your finances. That is for Rosalind. Next on the list, number 7 is Armoni. Now, I'm assuming Armoni wants to look at finances. This is for Armoni. Let's see. So Armoni, Spirit wants you to not stress about finances, because it looks like if you share finances with someone, it looks like there's going to be major disagreement. There's going to be a major disagreement about finances. This is for Armoni. Okay. So right now, Spirit wants you to kind of ease up and not focus so much on finances in July. Because if you do share finances with someone, or it looks like something, okay, let's give you these scenarios. If you share finances with someone, there's going to be a disagreement about the finances. Okay. Let's say you don't share finances with someone. There's going to be something that you have to deal with financially in July. Okay, so that was for Armoni. You might find yourself in a position where you have to move some money around, move some money over here to pay something over there. So it looks like, as far as finances look like they might be a bit of a challenge for you in July. So Spirit is asking you to, whenever you feel overwhelmed about your finances in July, just rest. Rest. That was for Armoni. Let's see who is next. Next is Hayes, and Hayes wants to look at spirituality. Oh, let me grab my spirituality deck. I forgot about that. 1 minute. All right. Whoa. Okay. So I'm just passing him through Sage right now. Um. All right. So this is for Hayes. In the decks that I'm using today, this is the Shaman's Path deck, and this is the Book of Shadows So Below deck. All right, this is for Hayes. Hayes, related to spirituality, you have the Grandfather Fire card. So let's read about this. Okay, as it is one of the oldest and most primal elements on Earth, its elder status grants it the designation of Grandfather Fire. So, Hayes, this is your spiritual advice or your spiritual reading for July. Next chance you get, create a gathering around an outdoor fire. Let the fire of passion ignite your soul's purpose. And here is an affirmation you can say to yourself. I am grateful for the gift of fire. That was for Hayes. Let's see who is next. Next is Lisa. Lisa wants to look at spirituality as well. Lisa. Lisa. You have the shamanic drumming card. Look at this. Shamanic drumming. Spirit is saying find a drum circle in your area. Or start a drum circle. That's what I'm hearing. Start a drum circle or find a drum circle. Let's read about shamanic drumming. Okay. Research has shown that listening to a drum played at 4 to 7 beats per second for 10 minutes will put you into a deep meditative state. So Spirit wants you to experiment by playing this kind of rhythm with a drum or rattle. Okay. And here's an affirmation for you. I allow the drumming to transport me into an altered state of consciousness. Shamanic drumming is your spiritual message. And I have this deck on my website. If anybody wants a message, a daily message, you can do screenshot messages on my website. So check that out as well. That was for Lisa. Let's see who is next. Number 10. Number 10 is Erika. And Erika wants the same. She wants to look at spirituality as well. This is for Erika. So, Erika, you have the ancestors card. Your ancestors are trying to communicate with you right now. Okay. So, your ancestors want you to pay homage to one of your more immediate ancestors by creating an altar on the anniversary of that person's birth. Okay. And you will receive clues as to what to put on the altar. It says clues to your gifts and challenges lie in your family patterns. So here's an affirmation for you. Thank you, my ancestors, for your benevolent guardianship and teachings. That was for Erika. Next is Missy. Missy wants to look at romance. So let's take a look. Missy. Missy. The universe is saying go for it. Okay? If you're in a relationship, the universe is saying go for it. Plan that night out with your mate. Plan that trip with your mate. Plan a romantic time with your mate. You have the Chariot card. The Chariot is all about getting things done. The Chariot is about being a success. Now, if you are single and you have your eye on someone, this is your green light to ask them out or to make the first move. Okay? The Chariot card is asking you to make the first move, whether it's in a relationship that you already have, or it could be maybe somebody you're dating or someone you're interested in. This is saying go for it, make the first move. Okay, that was for Missy. Next is Sherilyn. Sherilyn wants to look at the area of life that deals with her self image, that deals with how people view her. So let's take a look. This is for Sherilyn. Sherilyn, looks like in the month of July, you're going to be doing a lot of soul searching. You have the Moon card. Okay. Pay attention to your dreams in July. You could be feeling especially psychic in July. And also, this is a great month to face your fears and do some shadow work. Okay. Next is Bobo. Bobo wants to look at love. So let's take a look. Oh, that one just fell out. So Bobo, related to love, it looks like July, you won't have a lot of romantic love. I'm assuming you're talking about romantic love. Um, if you are involved in a relationship, it looks like you could be butting heads with your partner if you are in a relationship. If you're single, it looks like you will just, let's say if you're single and dating, you could butt heads with whoever you're dating. If you're just single and no prospects in sight, then this is just saying that um, you might have some inner dialogue going on within yourself that is sort of like beating yourself up almost. Okay. So if you're single and there's no one in sight, the universe is saying don't beat yourself up. Okay. If you are attached and you and your partner are having a bit of a feud at some point in July, go easy on one another. That was for Bobo. And let's see who is next. Next, number 14 is Joran. Joran wants to look at spirituality. This is the area of life, the area that can deal with spirituality. It can also deal with hidden secrets, places of isolation. So let's take a look. This is for Joran. Joran, you have the soul retrieval card. Soul retrieval. Okay. Soul retrieval is finding and returning a lost soul fragment that has split off, typically from trauma. So in July, you are being asked to heal any trauma that is still affecting you right now. It could be a recent trauma, it could be a trauma from, early childhood. Right now, you're being asked in July to heal traumas that are affecting you, okay? So, a shamanic practitioner can perform a soul retrieval, or you may be able to do so yourself with your power animal, okay? Here is an affirmation for you. I now call back that lost soul fragment that is ready to return. That was for Joran. Let's see who is next. Okay, next is number 15, and it is Danielle. So let's take a look. Danielle wants to look at career. Danielle, what is in store for Danielle in her career for the month of July? Wow. The universe is saying have confidence. Okay? Have confidence and have faith that if things haven't been working out the way that you want them to work out, the universe is saying have faith. Have faith and believe that um, things will work in your favor, basically. Okay. This is the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands a lot of times deals with confidence. The universe is asking you to have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in your abilities. So that's the main message the universe has for you related to your career. It is one of have confidence. Have confidence that things are going to work out in your favor. Have faith. So faith and confidence play a big part in your career in July. Next is Joy Ann. Joy Ann wants to look at the area that deals with self-image, outlook on life. So let's take a look. This is for Joy Ann. Joy Ann. That one just wants to fall out. So Joy Ann. Okay. In July, people could be viewing you as someone who is going through some type of anguish. It could be something that happens in July that has you feeling like this, or it could just be um, an episode that you go through in July where you're just feeling like you're up at night, you can't sleep. It could just be insomnia too. This card is the card of insomnia that can denote insomnia. So in July, watch out for insomnia and watch out for being caught up in any type of anguish. Like you might hear some news that is not so favorable. Maybe it could be about a friend. A friend might call you and say, I just heard this news about myself. So the universe is saying, don't get caught up in any bad news that you might hear or anything like that. Okay. So just try to take it easy in July. That was for Joy Ann. Next is Erika. Erika wants to look at finances. So let's take a look. Erika. Oh, this one wants to fall out. So, Erika, related to your finances, the universe is saying that in July, you might be feeling like you have to build up your self-worth. You know, this can be like you thinking, looking at yourself and feeling like, oh, just kind of feeling like there's so much that you want to change about yourself. But anyway, this is about finances. So you might be looking at your finances and feeling like there's so much more I want to do. There's so much more money I think I should have saved up. So this is just a call for you to try to or get yourself organized as far as your finances. The universe is saying once you get some things organized, it'll be easier for you to feel like your finances are in a state of flow. So this is the Emperor reversed, and it can deal with not being organized. It can deal with loss of authority. You might also be dealing with someone who feels like they can dictate your money. So, I mean, it could be a boss or it could be maybe a client. And it's a feeling that it's almost like sometimes they might feel like they can dictate how much money you make. So you might have to deal with that situation in July as well, related to your finances. That was for Erica. Let's see who is next. Next, number 18 is Priyanka, and Priyanka wants to look at higher education. So let's take a look. Priyanka. Ooh, this one just fell out. You have the Six of Pentacles. It's pretty much reversed. You have the Six of Pentacles reversed. So it looks like if you're waiting on a scholarship or some type of funding for school, it looks like you might receive it, but then you might reject it because it's not what you were expecting. So if you're waiting on funding related to higher education, it looks like you might receive an offer letter and it might not be what you expect. Okay. So that's related to your higher education. Now, yeah, it's basically related to that. It's any related to your higher education. There could be something that comes about that is not what you expect it to be. Whether it is a job related to higher education, whether it is funding in order for you to pursue your higher education, or it could be maybe grades. Maybe you're waiting on some grades to come back and the grades are not what you expect it to be. So that's for Priyanka. Let's see who is next. Next is Vishali. Vishali wants to look at transformation. So let's take a look. She wants to look at house 8. House 8 is all about transformation. It can be about other people's money. It can be about death and rebirth. It can be about sex. It can be about a number of things. It can be about maybe getting a loan. So let's take a look. And so you related to your transformation, it looks like there is an element of feeling like you are being oppressed. There's something that you want to do, or, it could be something you're trying to accomplish. And in July, at some point in July, you might be feeling like someone is oppressing you or a situation is oppressing you. So keep an eye out for that because if you know ahead of time that this is coming up, then you can deal with it appropriately so that you can turn everything around in your favor. That was for Vishali. Next is Anne. Anne wants to look at romance. So let's take a look. Anne. That one fell out for Anne. Oh, Anne. So Anne, romance looks good for you. If you are attached, romance looks good for you. This is a great month for you to be tolerant and compassionate in relation to romance. Now, if you are single, this is about putting yourself in a position to meet someone so that you can have the romance that you would like to seek in your life. Going to a social event and mingling with others. So romance looks good for you. It looks like if you're single, if you put yourself out there, you could very well meet someone and that can turn into a romantic situation. But if you are attached, then romance looks really good for you. The possibility of romance looks good for you this month. All right, let's see who is next. Next is Kristen. Kristen wants to look at romance as well. So let's take a look. Kristen. That one fell out for Kristen. So Kristen, related to romance, it looks like you are going to be taking a trip down memory lane. This can mean that an old flame might come back into your life, or they might pop up. An old romance, an old romantic, a person who you were romantic with in the past could very well come back. If you're single, you could find yourself reminiscing about an old lover. Even if you were attached, you could find yourself reminiscing about an old lover. Um, so, related to romance, it looks like you're going to be doing a lot of reminiscing. Now, if you are in a relationship, this can mean that you might revisit um, a time where you and your partner felt very romantic towards one another. So you might revisit that feeling and try to reignite those feelings. All right, let's see who is next. Next is Ayushi. Ayushi? Ayushi wants to look at spirituality. So let's take a look. Ayushi. Ooh, Ayushi, you have drumming. Drumming. Drumming has proven to have many therapeutic benefits, including reducing tension, anxiety, stress, and boosting the immune system. So the universe wants you to drum or rattle for 10 minutes a day for the next week and see how you feel. And here is an affirmation for you. I feel the rhythms of the drum beat throughout my body and in my soul. So those are the messages for everyone. Thank you so much for being members of the Tarot Astrology Manifesting group. And I hope everyone has a wonderful month of July. See you next month.